So, funny story, dudes. I haven't uploaded Moser in like, what, 2 to 3 months? Ha, I'm such a comedian. Okay, but like, I couldn't really upload anything as I was just going through my first junior finals by the end of January, and then devoted all of my time to Visual Void's pilot. Go watch it, by the way. But I decided that since it has been a shit long time, I couldn't skip this month. There's also another reason, but we will get into that later. Now, since we are in a new year, I decided a little title change will be needed in order for a new episode not to crash into one another with their titles. So, from now on, Moser will be called MOSER20's. Can I get some applause? No? Fair, I suck. Okay, now, the other reason I couldn't skip this month was because it was my birthday month. And I share my birthday with a very special person who I wanted to be a guest host in this video. So, for this month we got your local Mooney, my internet twin.
Hey, so before I introduce myself, I heard somebody didn't say happy birthday to Nevs. For that, I'm taking fucking legal action.
Haha, shut up and introduce yourself.
Okay, fair. So, hey y'all, I'm your local Mooney, creator of Galactic Conquest, which you should totally watch because it's really fucking Gucci. Anyway, yeah, I'm Nev's twin and hopefully best friend. I don't know, my dude, that's not my judgment.
You bet it isn't. Now, let's get into the new and fresh start of MOSER20's February.
God damn, me and Andy's interactions with you are really different.
Dude, Taco sounds like Sadie from Steven Universe. How did I just notice that?
Okay, chill out, Steven Universe Addict. I like the show too, but we're here for reasons.
Okay, so anyway, this episode, like, really hit me with nostalgia. For many reasons. Main one was because Fiery and Leafy finally, after 8 fucking years, start talking to each other like holy shit.
It was amazing, I can't even try to lie. Though I can't be the only one who noticed that they're trying really hard to eliminate Fiery with this interaction with Leafy. And I kinda really dislike that. The reunion was really amazing though.
Now that you mention it, I can definitely see it. But honestly, just the thought of Fiery getting eliminated is so strange to me.
Anyway, the challenge was creative as always. Gives me flashbacks of falling down from a table in school playing Florizava, but nobody cares. I think the execution for it was really well done too. I think I've seen shows try to do a challenge like this before, and it didn't work that well, but BFB as always did it perfectly.
Yeah, it can be an extremely generic challenge, but they wrote it exactly to the characters and how they would react in that environment. Also, I'm not sad for Dora's elimination, fucking sue me.
Let's be honest, Dora was irrelevant as all fuck.
Also, y'all gotta admit, Puffball is basically the best. The way she swung Belle to shoot back at Spongy, who is the worst by the way, and you can't change my mind, was really satisfying.
At least Spongy is hearable. This is foreshadowing to another thing in this video, I promise.
Yeah, but like, since all we do is fangirling, we should get to our scores. So I'll give 4.5 points for writing, and 5 for everything else. How about you?
Honestly, the exact same thing. I guess that's why we're twins. So both our scores are 24.5 out of 25.
I bet that'll happen in all of our reviews. Anyway, on to the second review. So, good things about this episode. The background and asset designs are really good. They really fit to the aesthetic of the show, and very eye-pleasing.
I have to agree, some of them really improved from last episode. I think the animation is really good too, except this. Fuck this.
Yeah, but I do have a few rather negative things to say. The writing was just really cliche-ish. It felt like I've seen all this before, because it's all a lot of situations just repeated. The argument about the cause of the loss, the "you will regret eliminating me" phrase, that is overused at this point. What really made me mad is that how they just suddenly, from being mad at dish soap, just switched to being mad at whoopee cushion. Also, Palm's sudden change of being mad at Whoopi and then just proceed to help him relax, that felt really... why? It felt so inconsistent and out of everything. The subplot that Palm Tree is the one criminal was executed really poorly. It's a good concept, but it could have been done far better. It could have been stretched for other episodes. Give a lot more plot and story for his character. But no, let's just finish him this episode right when it started. Really felt like it was a last minute idea.
I have to agree. And also, before Blooper revealed the criminal thing to Kiwi, he told him that Palm Tree was acting off around them, which he really wasn't. Like, it seems as if they're trying to force into the idea that it's been built up since the start, but I can't notice it really watching back for the episodes.
Also, Trampoline gets these one-liners, just meaningless lines. It gets really annoying. The spotlight should go out of Whoopee Cushion at times and go on others who don't get a lot of lines and don't get lines just to get lines, you know, like have a meaning.
Speaking of lines, voice acting was kind of 50-50 in my opinion. The only two voices I really don't like are Kiwi's and 4Ball's. Kiwi's at times felt really forced, and 4Ball's just sounds off. Besides that, I think all the voice actors are really good, but I have a small complaint about the amount of characters HHJ voices. Yes, his voice acting is absolutely incredible, but god, he voices so many characters, it's really repetitive.
I could agree, as talented as HHJ is with his voice acting, a bit of the voices sound really similar and it's highly noticeable. I'd really just suggest adding like 2 to 3 more voice actors. So overall scores, I'll give 2.5 points for writing. Voice acting gets 3.5, animation gets 5, design gets 5, and aesthetic gets 5. A total of 21 out of 25 points.
For writing, I'm gonna have to say 3, voice acting 4, and the rest are all 5s. So basically 22 out of 25 points.
So to the next.
Wait.
What?
Whoever interrupts me is cute. To the next review!
Oh, fuck you. I'm not sure how to really start. Well, as a positive thing, the design of the backgrounds was really good, and the assets. However, everything else was rather generic. The writing has a lot of overused cliches, like alliance meetings and the kind of phrases. A lot of the contestants got little to no lines compared to others, such as cheese ball and chicken leg. The challenge is the most generic thing anyone could think of. It is so overused, and it was done in such a predictable way, just plain out boring.
Also, by what Perth was saying, you could instantly assume she was gonna be eliminated. Common issue, so not that big of a deal. Voice acting was meh. At first I couldn't understand what Chocolate Ball was saying at all. Later it was a lot more understandable though. And Shark Tank's voice was kinda bad.
Agua Cream's volume was really fucking low, hard to hear him. Gotta give it to the voice actor of the host though, they were awesome. The animatic was really weird, the style changed a lot, and there was a point where Towel broke the TV. It was just so awkward.
Style change.
What really bothered me though was the animatic. Literally every scene had a different style from the previous one.
Yikes.
So anyway, scores. Writing gets 2, voice acting gets 3, animatic gets 3.5, and design gets 4.5, and aesthetic gets 3. Total of 16 out of 25.
Same thing for me.
Dude, we are weird.
Took a while for you to realize, my dude.
So on to the next review. I think that was one of the best Object Show episodes I've ever watched. Not even kidding. This was written incredibly. I loved the Vinny and Kanye's chemistry. The fact that the characters had jobs and dreams and inspirations and clothes made the establishing of the universe so much easier to remember and diverse this show from others. The characters' interactions with one another as complete strangers while roasting the shit out of each other was written flawlessly, really.
Honestly, I basically have to agree on everything Nez is saying. The writing was absolutely incredible and it reminds me of a certain show. God, I'm a big call at the moment. Fuck. Anyway, moving on to the voice acting. It was also really good in my opinion. I barely see any issues. The only voice I kind of see a problem with is Flossie's. It seemed kind of off-putting.
I can get what you mean. But really, the one thing that bothered me was those sudden shots that was supposed to be like from afar or something, and then the style sort of changed. I get why some of those may like that, but that bothered me in particular. Although I really just love the design of this. The design of the characters was just extremely creative, like Pencil Compass, Will-O-Wisp. They were just so eye-pleasing and cute.
Speaking of Will-O-Wisp, God, I love him! His character is so amazing to me for some reason. He's the most precious thing ever.
Okay, shut up now. Backgrounds were really good too. The show's area looked just like Cotton Candy Land. So scores, I'll give writing 5, voice acting 4.5, animatic 4, design 5, and aesthetic 5. And I'm adding bonus 5 for creativity.
What the fuck, my dude? We're literally the same.
Stop, that's creepy. So a total of 28.5 out of 25. And now, on to the next review. So this was a pretty interesting episode. The writing is definitely one of the best aspects of the show. The plot with the hand from season 1 is actually really—
His name is Mr. Hand. More respect, please.
Shut the fuck up! Anyway, the challenge was like extremely simple, but it was written amazingly. And honestly, splitting Team 47 into Team Bracket was a pretty nifty aspect to weaken Team 47. Jesus, did they ever fucking move?
Honestly, yeah, the writing as usual for Puppet 2 episodes was incredible. Although I'm kind of upset that Gladshar was eliminated, like, really upset. This is gonna lead up to some development probably, so I guess for the best. And I also like how Golding is just pissed off the entire episode because of the golf trip. I just find it kind of funny.
Okay, so I literally got nothing else to really criticize about this episode. You?
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, points then. 5 for everything. Really, I got no complaints.
Honestly, same exact thing. This is crazy, this episode is perfect.
Or you're just too lazy to think of anything yourself.
Meanie.
A total of 25 out of 25 for the both of us. And now, onto the final review. Well, as someone who did the lines for Vince when this was still a secret little thing, I'm really glad to see this out. The writing is definitely catching my interest and it's giving back some nostalgia from his past projects.
I, on the contrary, couldn't see it coming at all, and it was a nice surprise. I think the plot is really clever and I can see it going places. About voice acting, I think it was amazing for the most part. The only one I didn't really like was Waffles. I just couldn't understand it at all. Yes, this was what I was referring to beforehand.
Oh. Well, I'm honestly really surprised by Vince for animating this all by himself. It must have taken so long to animate a 15-minute episode all by one person, and he did it really well.
Wait, he animated the whole thing by himself? What the fuck?
As for designs, the assets were really detailed and eye-pleasing. The backgrounds too, when they were not in the elimination area.
Yeah, I kinda have to agree. I don't have much else to say about it either.
Okay, then scores. Damn, we do this fast. 5 for everything. I really don't have any complaints about this episode, at least in my opinion. How about you?
Same exact thing, except I'm gonna give a 4.5 to voice acting. Waffle bothers me too much on that aspect.
So finally, me and Moon don't have the same scores. It's 25 for me and a 24.5 for Mooney. And now,
You do notice this wasn't the first time, right?
fuck you. And so, MOSER20's first episode ends.
Yup, it was fun and stuff. My dude, how do you finish these off?
With, this, huge thanks to Moon for helping with this episode. I reviewed her show before on MOSER October, and it's really fucking cool. You should check it out later. Her channel link will be in the description.
Aw, thank you. And also, now that I realize it, we didn't review VV. But it's because Nev created it. You should still totally check it out, it's really good.
It's not that good.
Shut the fuck.
And hopefully, if high school won't be a little bitch to me, more episodes of MOSER20's will come out in a rather stable schedule with more guests.
So, this is where it's supposed to be funny, but I have no clue how to just do that, so bye.
Wait a minute. Did you just say funny?
Funny?
Like you're a funny man?
Funny man, funny man, funny.
Not today, bitch.
Andy, what the fuck?
About time someone did it.
Still fucking alive, dumbass. I'm just a puddle now.
Shit.
Well, this is all for this month. Make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this. And I'll catch you all next time.
What the fuck was that?
New decade, new me.
The new decade is only next year, though.
Then new year, new me.
Okay, this is getting too long. Bye, damn it.
Subscribe to your local money, or I swear to God I will get quicksand to throw